Right, so here's the new RX Plus. The main thing you'll notice from the aesthetic point of view is that they've got longer ears than the NTXR, and then right at the very top of these ears we've got twin LEDs. So regardless of wherever you're positioned in your swim and the rod's in situ, you can always see the LEDs. Whilst we're on the LEDs, you've got two brightness settings on the LEDs. So when we go from off, the first click down is a daylight setting. So within the daylight setting, we've got the LEDs at the moment set at 100% brightness. However, by pressing this button on the back, you've got two other brightness levels, a medium and a low brightness level. And then also, if you click down into the night mode, what this does is it turns the night LEDs on. You might just be able to make those out, but again, it gives you three brightnesses. So you've got the standard really bright version, but if you don't want it so bright, so it's in the middle of the night, it's dark, your alarm goes off, some of these LEDs can be really bright, you can tone it down and turn it on to its lowest setting just so it's not so bright. But again, yeah, that night setting just keeps those LEDs in night mode, so they just glow, and then you can just flick back to the day setting in the day. On the back of the alarm, you've got these two easy access buttons, one that does the brightness of the LED and the other one that does the colour of the LED. So rather than the NTXR, you used to have to take the back off and then depress the little brown button, you can now just press the button on the back of the alarm and it just cycles through all the colours, so red, green, blue, orange, purple, cyan. I'll just flick these back to orange for the time being. One of the other major benefits of it is the sensitivity. They're like 3 times more sensitive than the NTXR. So on its highest sensitivity setting, you only need 2.3mm of movement on the line in order to create some indication. So they're really, really sensitive. As you scroll through the sensitivity settings, each setting that you move back, the distance increases. So it's not 2.3, then 4.6, and then 6.9. It actually increases in stages, so that if you're fishing in the continent or fishing from a boat or something like that, you can adjust the setting to suit the environment that you're fishing in. So you go all the way back to the back setting, and I think it's like 80mm of movement before you get the beep. But that's for if you're fishing on a boat where you're moving up and down with the waves and that. But turn it right back up to its sensitivity mode, to its most sensitive, and again, you've literally got 2.3mm of movement. So it brings us to the receiver. The receiver's got a couple of little features in it. Like the NTXR, we've got the vibrate mode, which is just a switch on the back, but also we've got this bivy light mode. So basically, when we turn it into bivy light mode, if you get 3 beeps in quick succession, it brings these lights on here at the front. They pulse on, they don't come on really bright straight away. They pulse on slowly, they stay on. As soon as the latching LED goes out, then this will slowly drop away again. Obviously the reason for the 3 beeps is so that if you're getting liners in the night, you don't want the light waking you up all the time. So it's just gone out again. If you get a single beep liner in the night or something, it's okay. As soon as you get those 3 beeps in quick succession, the lights come on. But if you don't like that feature, you can just turn that off on the back of the alarm. You've noticed the LED lights, you've got visual indication from the front, but also from the top as well. And the receiver's freestanding. All the alarms on the receiver take AA batteries, so they're a battery that's easily convenient to buy anywhere. It comes with a lanyard. One of the other features of the RX Plus is you've got this rubber inlay here for the rod, but also not just on the ears, but you've got this rubber inlay in the front of the alarm. So the rod will grip onto the rubber a little bit better, and it's just cushioned by the inlays in the top here. This is all like one moulded part here. Also what we've done is got a larger draft between the roller wheel and the top of the alarm. In some alarms, in extreme conditions, it's been a wet day and then a cold night, sometimes you might be able to get it freezing up in this gap here, but we created a bigger channel to allow the water to drain through, and it's slightly sloped forward, which will mean the water will come through and then it drains around the edge of this speaker here. So this isn't just for aesthetics, it's also got a feature of reason why it's there. That's pretty much the basic main features, the difference from the NTXR. One other final point to add is that the transmitter and receiver of this is even stronger than the NTXR. So we've got a good reputation for the NTXR being strong and reliable through undergrowth and trees and everything, but these are even more improved than that. Not that we advocate being off your rods by miles, but if you're in the next swim, there's a lot of tree growth between you or something like that, the RX Plus will ensure that you've got good connection to it.